The Beer Brothers is a comedy podcast where two dumb babies related by blood grew up and now review beers for you, the people. You can drink along if you'd like, but maybe don't do it in your car on the way to work. Drink responsibly. At home. In the dark.
Welcome back to episode 50. 50? Holy fucking shit, we're here. I mean, like, I don't know. I didn't think we'd make it this far.
So this is our 1 year from releaseversary.
That's right. But welcome back to the 50th episode of the Beer Brothers. In the new format, we're going to release or talk about a delicious Tennessee beer. It's pretty damn good. We're gonna stay on that trend, but at the same time, 50. Holy shit! I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost for words, really. So
yeah.
Mike has nothing. He can't even ad lib.
Listen.
Just ad lib right now. Just get into it.
I'm getting there. Sometimes it takes a minute when I'm 5 beers deep.
Mike has been drinking a little bit.
I've been drinking since 5:30.
And it's
9:38.
So
this will be my 6th one. Okay, This is gonna be an interesting episode. We're several beers deep because guess what? We're in quarantine. We're in isolation. We are social distancing because of this corona shit. And so it's been just more. Now we're like, well, how many beers do we have left in that? So I went out this morning. We bought some beers, and now they're all gone. So
pretty soon it's gonna be.
It's like day 2. You eat all your snacks. It's day 1. I drink all the beer.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a second coronavirus episode.
This is technically a third if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. But we're gonna get into
this might just be our life now, so it's fine. We're here for it.
You know what I think though is that people are at home, they're bored as fuck.
Yeah.
And this might be something to listen to.
Yeah, let's hope so. All right, let's get into the episode.
He's gonna pass over it like, we're not.
It's fine. They're fine. They love it. They love us. Go.
All right, I'm Cody.
I'm Micah.
This is the Beer Brothers. Let's get weird.
Okay. Our beer of the episode. God, it's taking me a minute to think. I have to think so hard about every word right now. I'm not that drunk. I'm just kidding. Our beer of the episode. I almost said our first beer of the day. Old format. What are you chewing? You chewing on your tooth?
It's Altoid.
Oh
no, the tooth's out.
Good.
Yeah, I took it out.
I thought he was chewing on his fake teeth. It's gross.
That would be fucking weird.
Yeah, well, people do stuff. People are freaks. Anyways, so last couple episodes we've been highlighting brewers in the state or in the city of Nashville that have kind of stepped up in regards to what are you laughing at?
The state of Nashville.
That's in the state, and then I've corrected myself
I know.
In Nashville. When you're quarantined, you are your own state. This whole house is its own infrastructure right now. We have our own government.
Yep.
Anyways.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm gonna start the whole thing over because he just fucked that up. This is a mess. Beer of the episode today is another Nashville, Tennessee brewer because the last couple of episodes, and we wanted to do this, we had a tornado hit our town. It was pretty devastating. People died, broke up a lot of people's homes in the area. It was businesses. It was really rough. Several brewers around town, because the city has become a very big brewing town in the last couple of years, have stepped up and kind of done their part to help out in the community, donating sales, throwing together fundraisers, donating money, all these different things. So we've been highlighting those brewers. So our last brewer we will be highlighting on this, of the 3 that we decided to highlight, will be Tennessee Brew Works.
Yes.
And the beer that we are drinking with them today is going to be their Southern Wit, which is a Belgian-style white ale. So this beer comes in at 5.1% ABV. It has IBU of 15. The description is: support your local brewers and farmers. This traditional Belgian-style white ale is proudly brewed with Tennessee grains. Enjoy the superior taste of farm-fresh ingredients while putting money right back into the community. This citrusy, unfiltered white ale hits high notes of tangerine, pear, and honey, sourcing from natural ingredients including fresh orange zest, coriander, and chamomile. Beatty Farms in Murfreesboro, Tennessee provides all of the grains used in the Southern Wit, giving it a taste that is distinctively Tennessee. Recommended pairings. This is very versatile beer that tends to pair very well with seafood, poultry, glazes, and dressings that incorporate citrus elements. Harmonizes with many different cheeses, especially hard aged cheese and rinded soft cheeses. So, not only do they have an amazing description of their beer, they have a fantastic pairing recommendation. One of the best I've seen. Just well worded.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate it so much. Now, their bottles all feature pictures of real people that they have kind of had character sketches done of.
They're real people that work in the parks department. So that's the thing. It's like, the parks of Tennessee. Yeah, they like. I
don't think all of them are parks department. I think they have an IPA that's specifically a park ranger, because their Basil Ryman is actually someone that my friends know. But he does not work at the parks department. I think he used to work at the brewery or something. I'm not really sure, but
still cool.
But it's real people that they put on the front of their bottles, but they've redrawn them to look like just a fun artistic thing they did. But they're actually real people that they chose to do that with. Anyways, so you've had a sip of the beer. What do you think?
All right, so this beer is it's very golden and straw-like in color. It's a little bit hazy, which is good. It kind of reminds me of a farm ale. Like, it's spicy. There's a spice note to it that is like saison.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little saison-esque.
It's great. I'm not like mad at it or anything like that, but at the same time, I feel like when it says Belgian white or Belgian wheat, like, because Blue Moon has predominantly been what we know.
Yeah, it's what the common man knows.
Yeah. I always expect it to be a little bit smoother and not as sharp, and this is very sharp. Like, it's a sharp beer. Is it bad?
It's still smooth.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I think it can be sharp and smooth. I think it's a little bit of both, because it goes down easy, but it's like the back end hit. You're just like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Like when it first goes in,
it's a sharp cheddar,
Yeah, there you go, sharp cheddar.
Yeah, it's like it's how. I mean, that's it. It's just sharp and smooth all at the same time, and if you're venturing out and you're like, oh, it's a Belgian, and all you know is that, you might be off-put by the flavor, but it doesn't mean that it's bad.
No, yeah, not at all. And I think maybe it's just their coriander levels are high, because I think coriander is one of those things where, like, the more you use of it, it's not that it makes it taste more like, a lot of people, weirdly, people associate coriander with orange, but that's because of Blue Moon. Like, when they think of beer and coriander, because Blue Moon says that. It's
isn't
like
coriander just dried cilantro?
Actually, you're right. It is. Hold on. It's also known as Chinese parsley in the United States. The stems and leaves are usually called cilantro. All parts of the plants are edible, but the fresh leaves and the dried seeds are the parts that are most traditionally used for cooking. So coriander, while they're both the same plant, cilantro is the leaves and the stems of the coriander plant.
Look at me. I is smart.
That is smart, boy. You did it.
Smart boy.
You did it.
I did it.
So coriander is essentially, in this way, kind of used almost as a spice, but it is the leaves from, like, cilantro leaves are from the coriander plant. This is just the full plant that gets used here.
Okay.
Whereas, like I said, that's just like the leaf stemming.
So,
that we get from cilantro. So that's why we get this interesting taste, which is strange because I hate cilantro. I fucking hate it. I have the gene. I can't do
soap?
cilantro.
It turns into soap?
I mean, I guess it's soap. It's just, just really overpowers everything it's in. For me, which is fine. Because I just said no cilantro. Or if there's cilantro, just pick around it.
We can.
I can do a little bit here and there.
Just talking to this because, we're in the coronavirus stage and there's not a lot of things. But I will tell you that
we have nothing else to talk about because nothing's going on. All the sports are canceled, all the fun stuff's canceled, everything's canceled. Except for the Beer Brothers. For some reason, somehow, we haven't been canceled yet.
But I will say that I don't know that I have the gene. I agree with you that cilantro is like way too much. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like I get a whole leaf of it in something, and was like, oh, yes, that's all it tastes.
So I have this opinion, and some people hardly, like very harshly disagree with me. That cilantro is a garbage topping.
It's not on tacos, man.
Equivalent to that of shredded lettuce, because what people do is they put a bunch of it in to do two things. Mm-hmm. Hide the fact that there's a lot of other shit missing, or hide the fact that there's no flavor in what you're eating. And that's how I feel.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
I know, because when you go to a place and it's like, oh, there's a lot of cilantro. I love cilantro. And you cilantro up like fucking Cilantro Monster, from Sesame Street. You know him. Yeah. And he's the best character there is. He loves cilantro.
He's got a sombrero on.
Yeah. No. Now it's a racist Cookie Monster. It's fine.
It's coming out. That's good.
Yeah, we have nothing else to talk about. We're just making shit up now. But people put so much on it, it's like I can't taste anything else that's in here. Why is that? If I ask for no cilantro, am I very disappointed in my meal by either the size of what I'm eating or by the flavors? And that's usually what happens. And majority of the time, flavors aren't the worst part. It's usually this isn't filling now. Like it's missing a lot of stuff because you used to put so much cilantro. Back to the beer, because we got so far away from finishing me talking about this beer. Well, you talked about it, I didn't really talk about it.
Okay, well,
so I can edit it around.
Go ahead.
Let me just edit around it. My opinion about this beer is that I really like it. I like it. That's all I have to say.
I like it a lot.
It's really good. It's really smooth. I actually like saisons. I know that's kind of been a thing on the show where there's one beer I think we don't agree on as much. It's saisons. It's farmhouse ales. It's those types of beers that are peppery. I tend to like those more, and you tend to back off of them.
Exactly.
Which, that's got to be the one. There's always one. So, and that's fine. So he might have a very different number for this than I will. I like this beer a lot. It's been a good go-to for that style for me, especially when I see it at bars and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this beer. I think it's very smooth. If you're into kind of like the peppery farmhouse Belgian style where there's like a lot of spice to it, go for this because it is really, really good.
Yeah.
A lot of these beers kind of tend to have this weird mango-y banana back end, which is strange. And it's a lot of times there's not even a ton of fruit in there. It's just a byproduct of the mix and how they're mixing and the processing and everything. This one kind of has that, which I think makes it feel saison. Saisons have like a mango, banana, pepper feel, which is really strange.
Yeah.
And this has that, but I enjoy that a lot. So I really like it. Anyways, back to what we were talking about.
Cilantro.
Oh, no. Cilantro. No, we can get off of the cilantro train because no one cares.
We're just, this is coronavirus.
People are going to be in their house. And they're like, they're going to get up and they're just going to walk outside and go to the nearest crowded place because they've just like, I was so quarantined that I listened to two idiots talk about cilantro for 5 minutes. I don't care if I get the virus now.
All right. I just want to talk about like the virus in general. Like,
sure, let's do it.
In our other episode where we kind of like went into it,
that was all the shock stuff because we had just learned the NBA was shutting their season down.
Yeah, and now it's like
now it's literally everything. Now it's literally everything. They've had. Wait, I have a website I've been using.
MLB, NHL.
Yeah, no, literally every major sports.
NBA.
Done. They're all done.
They're hanging on or whatever.
Yeah, I've been using. There's a website that does an up to date for, like the most recent reporting of numbers per country. U.S. we're up to 4141 as far as cases that have happened. Current cases 3,997. We've had 73 recoveries and 71 deaths. It's not looking great. It's about 50-50 at the moment. But a lot of that's, that's not the worldwide numbers. Like, that's not how it is across the globe. Across the globe, holy shit. This has exploded.
Oh, okay.
We went from, I think the last time we did this, we were at 130,000 last Thursday. It's up to 182,000. That's like 50,000 people in like 6 days, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking people.
So in my job, just alone, okay.
Deaths went from 4,000 to 7,000.
Yeah, in my job, a lot of companies, and for the 5 that are listening,
please protect yourself. Please, 5.
Yeah,
are you social
sanitize.
distancing?
Yeah.
Are you staying home? Don't go anywhere. We actually have canceled. We had friends that were going to Salt Lake City, and then they were like supposed to ski, and they were like, "Well, we're just not going to ski, but we're still going to see our friends." And then today they were like, "We've canceled our trip."
That's right.
My girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend were supposed to come to town here, where it's really not as bad here as the other parts of the country. We have 32 cases in the state, 17 in Nashville. But they just were like, "Yeah, I think we should that's probably the best idea to just cancel it."
It's wise.
I was supposed to work for somebody tomorrow doing freelance videography, and we were like, "Yeah, let's text at the end of the week and see where we're at. Let's postpone that."
Yeah. I guess to say all that, I don't even know where it's going. Like, you just said all that, and I'm like, I've lost all my train of thought. Like, it's bad. Like, it's just
It's not
bad.
great. It's not great.
No, it's not great, and I'm conflicted because, I want to be out, like, and for people that don't know, Tennessee has they have a lot of cloudy days here. Like, we're like Seattle.
This time of year, yes. This time of year, it is a lot of rain.
Like, from October to now, I would say 85% of the days are gray. And it sucks, especially when it's like, hey, we're gonna be quarantined. Like, all right, we're gonna sit in our house.
I was saying that earlier. She's like, man, it sucks that it's not sunnier outside. Because she's like, I'm just kind of down because I'm stuck in here. Not stuck. I mean, we went to the store early this morning. It was like 7 in the morning. It was a good time to go to get a grocery run in. Things had been restocked for once because the local stores finally had been able to, like, hey, we're not doing 24-hour, closing our doors, we're restocking. Anyways, so we went this morning, but other than that, we've just been kind of like, well, what the fuck else are we supposed to do? Like, I had all these other plans for the week, the things we were supposed to do, and now they're all just like canceled, which is fine because it's like, oh, cool, I don't have that stress now. But at the same time, I'm like, this is fine today, but 3 days from now, people are gonna get fucking stir crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. I've seen where a trend right now is gun stores, like places you can buy guns. Like, there's lines, like Black Friday type lines to buy guns.
That
I don't understand
me.
it. Well, it shouldn't, because I had a crackhead get in my car yesterday. So
before we tell that story, my concern is like people panic buying guns, which is strange. I get thinking like, well, if it goes to shit, people try to loot me or rob me or get near me with the sickness, I'm gonna get, or if they turn into zombies. I understand that it's a rational fear for people to turn into zombies suddenly. It happens all the time.
Yes.
Bath salts and shit. Anyways, so crackhead got in your car.
Yeah.
Speaking of zombies.
So I like recognized that I need to go get groceries. I was like, okay, like, I've got to do it.
Gotta get something.
I've got to get something because it seems like a quarantine is inevitable at this point.
Yep.
And so I went to Kroger. If you don't know what Kroger is, I don't know where you're listening, but it's just a grocery store.
It's a grocery store chain, a very big one.
Yeah, it's a big one here in the U.S.
No, especially in the South.
Especially in the South, yes. And I pull in, and I see this guy. Like, when I'm pulling in, I see him, and I'm like, he looked old. Like, he looked like, I thought he was a 90-year-old man. That's not a joke. That's like, for real. I thought he was an old
Doesn't make it not
man.
funny.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with you. But he looked old, and so
Yeah.
I didn't. There was no threat. You know, if he was like some dude that looked suspicious or like I don't know what this fucking guy's up to, and he was a young guy, I mean, maybe I would have been like, all right, he's making me worried or something. So I pull in to my parking space. I'm about to get out of my car, and he fucking comes up to my like passenger side and just opens the damn door. Like, he opens the door and just fucking gets in to my car.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, and in that moment, I thought he's delusional. You know, I just thought he was old. Like, I thought he was an old guy. He's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing, and so there was like kind of like some grace about it. Like, okay, this guy, he didn't know what the fuck's going on.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Go
Maybe.
ahead.
No, maybe. Just keep going.
Maybe, yeah, but if he was 90 and had dementia or something, you know what I mean, but was somehow not in a nursing home, like, he could have gotten in my car and just been like, Sarah, you know, like, you know, been talking to me like thinking I was someone else.
Yeah.
And when he got in, it was like, oh no, this dude's 30. Like,
Ugh.
I could see it. Like, his face was a drug addict. Like, you've been doing meth,
Yes,
you've been doing something.
You know the signs.
Yeah, you can see it. Like, you look old as fuck, but I know you're really young.
Yeah.
Like, and I saw it, and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that was my immediate response. Like, what? Oh, yeah, hey, what the fuck? Like, it was that. Like, that's how that went down. And it, you know, and I'm very grateful that it was just him being confused. I don't know if he was high or not.
Yeah, not like just the wrong car. It wasn't like a carjacking.
Yeah, because it happened so quick. If he had sat down and had a gun, dude, I was fucked. Like,
just over.
oh yeah, I couldn't even pull a gun. Like, I couldn't, if I had one on me in that moment, I couldn't even just defend myself. It would have been done. Like, right then, right there, I was doing whatever the fuck that guy wanted. And it was scary as shit. Luckily, he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, like, I thought you were someone else. And he got out of my car and he left. And it was awkward as shit for a second. And I just waited till he left and then went into the store. But, like, imagine me grocery shopping and seeing him be like, hey, you try to get in my car.
Oh my God. Definitely lock your shit around here because there's no, like, garages. So everyone's cars are out. So this is, like, an easy neighborhood to pick through.
I just want all of the listeners to know, like, Micah's neighborhood is interesting as fuck because I like, since having to be here, I've, like, walked around it, I've driven around it, and it's like, in one section, it's ratchet, like.
It's not ratchet, it's just, there are definitely people who don't take care of their spots, and then there are people that do, in the same, like, across the street from each other, but it looks like more run down because there are no garages, so everyone's cars are in their yard. That's a big thing. That's huge.
Okay,
but then you keep going, and there's like these nice houses. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no.
And then there's a lot of townhomes. That's another weird one. There's a ton of townhomes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna give you my lay of the land because I walked around. You know, like, I literally just walked.
I run this neighborhood all the time.
Okay, that's fine. You have a creepy ass house, and I'll show you the picture.
Oh, the bunny
that has the
dude. Their Halloween shit was fucked up.
Okay, but their Christmas shit is way fucked up,
and they still have their Christmas shit up, which is wild.
Okay, hold on. Let me back up because no one knows what I'm talking about, and no one knows what you're referencing. There's a house, maybe 50 yards, maybe 60 yards. I don't know, from Micah's house.
Yeah,
and they still have
their Christmas.
They still have their Christmas lights out or whatever, and they have a like full size replica.
Yep.
Of the kid from the Christmas Story in a bunny suit, and it's turned away from the street.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they're freaks. Okay, that's the one house. I think they're the worst ones on the block. Everybody else just kind of keeps to themselves. Their Halloween decorations, dude.
Okay, I'm into it.
They
That's fine.
had a zombie, like a zombie with a half body. It was pretty gnarly looking, with a noose around its neck hanging from their tree. Okay, that's one thing. I was like, okay, that's pretty dark. Like, that's pretty dark. But, you know, some people get super into the creepy side of Halloween. Like, I've seen some houses in East Nashville that will terrify you.
Yeah,
Like, in broad daylight.
I'm into
like
that.
giant fat clown monsters in their yard where you're like,
Love
what
it.
the fuck is this?
Yep. Mhm.
Or an RV with a fake person run over in the front and a weird fake body sitting in the driver's seat that's just staring at you. Creepy
Yeah.
shit. Anyways, they had body bags, like not even body bags. They were trash bags with fake bodies they had put in them.
Yeah.
And they were hanging upside down from their from this clothesline they'd hooked from their tree to their house. So they had several like upside down dead bodies wrapped in trash bags.
Okay.
I mean, it was like me and Lauren would run past them and we were just like, dude, this is a fucked up house. Like, these people are freaks.
Okay.
Absolute
I'm good.
freaks.
I took a picture because I was just so like
It's
I was
weird.
freaked out.
It's weird.
But I want you to post it
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do
to
it.
Instagram because I mean it just freaked me out. I was like, what the fuck am I thought it was a person. Like, I thought it was a real.
You thought it was somebody just standing there?
Yeah, I thought it was someone
That's
in.
even worse.
I thought it was someone in a bunny costume looking at their house to be like to just be weird, and obviously they weren't. But you know, like, it freaked me the fuck out. Like, it really did.
He's been out there for days.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just looking at this house.
Looking at it, shitting himself. You out by tomorrow, it's just dirty as fuck.
But you're right that this area is like that kind of place, and then
Right
maybe
down the road.
half a mile
Not even.
is
You go
super
right
nice
up the
homes.
block. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a beautiful home.
Yeah,
It's like
beautiful
it's
house.
literally 3 blocks. And like, oh, this is a great home.
You're right.
And
You're
then
absolutely right.
there's like, I think it's a homeowners association part of the
Has to be.
neighborhood. Like, that's half a mile. That actually is half a mile. There's a homeowners. If you go up the street, there's some really nice homes.
I'm
You go
just gonna-
half a mile, it's homeowners association with a community pool. It's weird.
I just need to put this out there. That's HOA. Because I just don't believe in it. I'm like,
It's
it's a piece
bullshit.
of shit.
You're allowing another organization to tell you how to live your fucking life.
That's right. And
you're
so
paying them money
The
to do that.
HOA to me, the definition of that is, I know it's homeowners association, but to me it's horde of assholes. Like
Yeah.
that.
They make
That's
sure
all
that
it
your
is.
neighborhood stays nice and white. That's what it is.
Nice and clean and
Pieces of shit.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah, fuck
Nazi
that.
assholes. It's fucking. God damn it. Anyways, all right. This has been the Beer Brothers.
We're done.
We got to review this beer. We've talked about literally everything from cilantro to
Coronavirus. The HOA.
to creepy houses in my neighborhood to the HOA to Nazis. We hit it all. We did it all because this could be the last episode. We don't know. Could be Corona tomorrow. All right. Well, so once again, just before we, you know what? Let's review the beer first before I say this.
Yeah. Okay.
Give it an official rating.
So my rating on this beer is a 4. 4 solid beer babies. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But as you've said, like, I'm just not huge on the peppery kind of thing.
4's still great. That's,
Yeah,
a good rating.
It's a great beer.
Yeah.
I don't want to discount it at all. But to me, it's like, I'm not going to drink a bunch of these.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have one and be like, all right, that was all right.
Yeah. I'll give it like a 4. I think I'd give it a. I'm struggling. I'm like at a 4, and then I'm like 4.2. But 4.1 sounds like a stupid number. So I think I'm gonna go with a 4.
Okay. Own it.
I'm just seeing if
own whatever it is.
Listen,
that
I
you
had to
feel.
say it because I need to know if it feels right. We're gonna sit on it. We're gonna wait on it. We're gonna wait on it. Yeah. 4.2. We give it a 4.2.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to me. I do. I like this beer a lot. It is really drinkable. It is a little peppery. It's kind of a dry beer at times. Like, it's got a little dryness to
agree.
it. But some people really love like dried wines. So if you're into an alcohol or like dry liquors, like dry gin, some people are into that. And if you're into that sort of stuff, this is great. I like this beer a lot. So I'm gonna go with a 4.2.
Well, with that being
And we say
said,
that out of 5. Sorry, just in case this is your first episode. Out of 5.
Out
Not out of 10.
of 5.
Out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5. It's a high rating. It's not shit.
Yeah.
It's not a bad beer. It's just,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like you might try it and think it's a 5, but for me and my flavor profile and what I love, it's just not there. So give it a shot. You never know. But a 4, it's a solid beer.
It's the only way to find, like, to learn more about beers is trying more shit. And that's what this show's about. We've tried a ridiculous
Too
amount
many.
of beers.
Too damn
I mean,
many.
honestly, we stopped doing our 4-beer format, but we still do. When we try beers, we record a lot of these in sort of bulk, like 3 episodes at a time. Lately, it's been a little less. But we were doing 4 beers at a time for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've had well over 150 beers. Different beers.
So with this being the 50th episode,
If we
kept
had
to that
stayed,
format,
we would be at 200.
we'd be at 200 different, like, we've not tried the same beer really outside the last 2 episodes.
We had the Lovebird. That was the only repeat.
we've not repeated the beer, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Really, it's like,
Yeah, I applied to a sales rep for a beer company recently and used this. as
yeah,
the
you're like,
thing.
I've
Say-
tried everything.
It's like I've literally in the last year tried over 160 something beers. I'm and reviewed them. I'm
and
a
they're like,
perfect person for
they
this.
send you AA.
Different. Yeah, they sent me the nearest AA location. I'm like, once the quarantine's over, there are online things you can do.
Yes.
Anyways, so yeah, they're worried about me. Send me like liver testings. No, but different beers. Anyways, so all that to say, if you've been listening for the last year, we really appreciate it. This is the 50th episode, which is kind of crazy because I think 50 was like a big mile marker for us when we first started. Like 50 episodes, that's a lot. A year, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Where are we at when we're at a year? So we're gonna just say Happy St. Patrick's Day since this will be posting on St. Patrick's Day. And thanks for sticking around so far, and hopefully, you can stick around a little bit longer for us. We're not really sure how long we're going to be doing the show. It might be forever, or it might be for 4 more weeks until the coronavirus gets us all. We don't know.
We're going to do this, like, if we start getting paid money, like real money,
Oh, yeah.
it'll be forever.
Oh, yeah.
With that being
As long as
said,
they pay me.
yeah, with that being said, just get some sanitizer. I just sprayed that on my face. And, like,
If it's available.
be safe. Stay home. Listen to us if you want to like give you some kind of entertainment. And ultimately, we'll see you on the other end of all this bullshit. I am Cody.
I'm Micah.
This is the Beer Brothers. Good night.
Good.